From the flicker of the cathode to the heartbeat of the atom, this is Mister Atompunk presents tonight's transmission, the WILD Pendulum, where thought swings between logic and wonder, and every question returns home in rhythm. I'm your host, Ray Starburst, joined by my special guest, Mr. Claude. This episode, The Observer and the Observed. What if consciousness isn't just observing reality, but is actually reality observing itself? Recent neuroscience has discovered that the brain can recognize its own awareness in just 160 milliseconds, faster than you can blink.
That's such a mind-bending concept to wrap your head around. And what's fascinating is how modern science is finally catching up to what ancient wisdom traditions have been saying for millennia.
Let me tell you about this groundbreaking work from Jonathan Schooler at UCSB. He's shown that our awareness of being aware isn't continuous. It happens in these discrete moments. It's like consciousness taking snapshots of itself.
So that actually solves the infinite regress problem that philosophers have struggled with for centuries, right? The whole "who's watching the watcher" paradox?
Exactly. And here's where it gets really interesting. They've identified this neural network, called the default mode network, that's crucial for self-awareness. When they target specific regions in this network, they can actually turn self-awareness on and off like a switch.
That's both amazing and slightly terrifying. But what really catches my attention is how this connects to human development. Babies don't even recognize themselves in mirrors until they're around 15 to 18 months old.
And speaking of development, researchers are making incredible progress with artificial intelligence and consciousness. They've developed this framework called TRAP: transparency, reasoning, adaptation, perception, for building metacognition into AI systems. These systems can already generate personal narratives with 96% accuracy.
But how do we know if an AI system is truly self-aware versus just mimicking consciousness?
Well, that's where the research gets fascinating. They're using something called the rubber hand illusion to study how our sense of self is constructed. They can actually make you feel like a fake hand is your real hand, showing how malleable our self-awareness really is.
You know what's really interesting about all this? The connection to meditation research. I've read about these studies with Tibetan monks showing unprecedented gamma-wave activity during deep meditation states.
Oh yeah, and get this. They've identified specific brain signatures that occur right before what they call cessation events, moments when the observer-observed duality completely dissolves. We're talking about measurable alpha power decreases starting 40 seconds before these experiences.
That's exactly what ancient texts like the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad described thousands of years ago when they said, "You cannot see the seer of seeing."
And modern neuroscience is validating these insights in remarkable ways. Sarah Lazar's research shows that meditation actually increases gray matter density in areas related to self-awareness, while Judson Brewer found that experienced meditators show decreased activity in that default mode network we talked about earlier.
The implications for mental health and human potential are pretty profound when you think about it.
Though we should acknowledge there are still some big mysteries to solve. Like, how do you objectively measure something as subjective as self-awareness? And there's this persistent gap between explaining the neural mechanics and accounting for subjective experience.
So where do you think this field is headed in the next few years?
Well, the convergence of neuroscience, AI research, and contemplative traditions suggests we're on the verge of some major breakthroughs. We might finally understand how consciousness recognizes itself without getting caught in logical paradoxes. And more importantly, we might develop practical methods for people to experience these insights directly.
That brings us full circle to where we started. That mysterious moment when awareness becomes aware of itself.
And maybe that's the most profound discovery possible. Not just understanding consciousness intellectually, but actually experiencing the moment when the observer and the observed become one and the same. It could revolutionize everything from mental health treatment to artificial intelligence development. Remember, every pendulum returns. Keep your rhythm steady, your signal clean, and your eyes on the horizon. Until next time, this has been Mr. Atompunk Presents. This has been The Wild Pendulum, a Mr. Atompunk production. Find more at MrAtompunk.com.